know, I was football crazy.
Yeah.
My brother was the same. My brother was a football player. He was professional, had a family in Motherwell. So it was in the family. And we used to play football on the road, in the middle of the road. The buses come up every half hour. And we sort of step back for the buses and then back again on the road.
Starting with your playing career, I think you played something like 514 games, scoring 152 goals.
Yeah, I was a goal scorer, yeah.
That's some record.
Yeah. I'm very proud of my career. But I was very helped by, you must thank all the other players that's there, really, because we had good teams and we had good people and all that stuff. And it was easy, it was just something that just happened. I look back and I say, oh, did I do that? Did I do that?
Coming on to Barnsley management, you came here in 1971, like I said.
71 it was, yeah.
How did that move come about?
I was always going to the management courses. You know, I was a coach to start with. You know,
coaching badges.
And getting the coaching badges and getting management stuff and all that stuff.
You came in to follow Jock Steele, who was something of a legend here at Oakwell.
John Steele brought me here.
Yeah.
You know, he's a big friend of mine, John Steele. He was a lovely person. Publisher, they said, we want somebody that will get the club in the right path. That's what he said to me. He was a legend. Yeah. He was a legend, and he was successful.
It was a hard act to follow, and also when you came in, the club were bottom of Division 3, I think, at the time.
Down there, yeah.
So it was very difficult. And what were the financial constraints? Because they must have been massive at the time.
Financially, it was on the borderline. But Ernest Dennis said, and the other directors, but they all rallied round to put what they can into the kitty so that they can get some players. And we signed Paddy Greenwood, who is somebody that could generate everything, you know. He's a big lad, a good player, and, you know, faultless. So that was it, and I think that was the start of the whole thing. And then we got Ray Pettit after. Going back for the old players from your other club, it's people that you know best because you've worked with them and you know what they can do for you and they won't let you down. Sometimes managers come in and they start signing people from all over the place. I didn't think that was the way to do it.
I think it's fair to say you laid the foundations that Jim Hiley built on, and Alan Clark later.
It was the basis to go. It was the basis to go, and we had Norman Remington to start with, and he was a genius, prophetic genius.
He was.
Norman was brilliant. The thing is, we were good friends from the coaching courses at Lilies Hall. Yeah. And we just sort of gelled together, and then Bobby Parker came in. Bobby was his assistant and all that. And I wasn't going to appoint anybody else because you'd be making mistakes appointing somebody else from no man's land.
What qualities did you look for when seeking a new player?
It's not just a case of a good player and a bad player, it's a case of does he fit what you want to do? Does he fit in your system or for the system is the thing you want to play? And I always had a good gut feeling in my mind who was the best.
What were the highs and lows that you recall from your time as manager here?
Well, defeats and wins. That was the important thing, and because that's what it was all about, you know. The most important thing was, for me, was to get a settled team. I mean, every player gets signed on in the club, and it's the imagination that makes them a good player. It's not just the manager that makes him a good player, it's the imagination of the player itself. And you sort of play in the imagination and let it go.
What is it about Barnsley that made you settle in the area?
John Steele.
John Steele. Yeah.
John Steele and I were good friends because we met up on the coaching course at Lilies Hall. And John was, you know, being Scot to start with, you know, we got together and that was it. Yeah. And then we just carried it on when we come back from Lilies Hall and the clubs and when we were meeting out in the courses.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was that type of person, was Johnny Steele.
Well, John was a friendly person, you know.
Yeah,
I mean,
nice.
he's a wise old man.
Yeah, he
and
was.
I thought I can learn a lot from him.
And do you still follow Barnsley's fortunes today?
I always follow Barnsley's fortunes. Wherever I've been, Sunderland, Barnsley, Cardiff City, Newport County, and Uncle Tom Mogul and all.
Yeah. Oh, good.
I had a wonderful career though. But, I mean, I went. Everything just seemed to be on my path.
Yeah.
When I was running football, you know. That's the most important thing, to enjoy the game. Whoever you are and whatever category you're in, coaching or anything else, you should enjoy the game and put everything into it. Well, I've got great memories of Barnsley.
You developed the Queen's Ground for training for reserves and the youth games. How did that come about?
Something that got to happen. And I started with the ground, but they were good training pitches, they were well done.
I hear you Had the team visit the barbers so you change their appearance and make them more professional?
I used to always say to the players when I was team talks, you know, I said, I'll tell you what, I said, get haircuts, get done, get tidied up, you know, look smart. You're the APF in Barnsley. You're in Barnsley town and you should make Barnsley be proud of you. And that was it.
So you set as a stall out there.
If you walk out in the pitch right, start right, you've finished right.
I heard Saturday's pre-match meal was cornflakes, toast and honey, which fitted to the budget of the football club, so there was not a lot going on there at the time except just get a bit of food into the players.
Like extra drop of milk if they want to have milk. I went to Lily's Hall and they were all doing these diet things as they always do, because everybody always follows it up, you know, and I thought, well, I'll try that, you know. But they got their cornflakes and to be honest, they all enjoyed them in the end.
Unfortunately, because of financial position of the football club at the time, interest from football clubs in any of our players, you had to sell them, didn't you? Jimmy Seal went to York and replaced him by Brian Mahoney from Huddersfield at the time.
Brian was a forward. He was a big, strong
Centre
lad.
forward.
He could take the pain up there, you know. So that was the reason we wanted somebody that's going to take the pain, and others will feed off him. He was a target man, basically, you know, and he did a good job. Did he?
It was like a big car toast, wasn't it?
Oh, he was. I mean,
Massive.
when he goes for the ball, he goes for the ball. So sit and tell him all that when we're away. I said, look, your chance will come. If you take a chance, that's fine. If you don't take a chance, you're out.
If you had to pick one player of that era,
I would need to be Paddy Greenwood and anyone Stanley. Good players anyway, they were good defenders. It's the effect they have in the game and the other players around them, you know. One's doing this and one's doing that, and they're all, they got them together. When they used to have a team talk, I used to keep out of it.
But they were a big influence,
They were a big influence, yeah. And anything you say, they say, yeah, we have, yeah. Well, come on, I got out here. And that was it. Then go out and do it. You said it, go out and do it.